Immediately, Bartimaeus jumped up and threw away his mantle. In today's Gospel, we hear about blind Bartimaeus' faith, the need of sight, and his eagerness to meet the Lord. The first aspect is Bartimaeus' faith. As we heard in the Gospel, blind Bartimaeus sat by the wayside. He could hear all kinds of commotion throughout the day. On that day, the commotion was noisier and more hectic than usual. When he asked what was happening, someone told him that Jesus of Nazareth was coming. Immediately, he began to cry out, saying, "Jesus, Son of David, have mercy on me." How did he gain this insight into Jesus' identity? Yes, he must have heard of Jesus of Nazareth, about his preaching and of his miracles, and he believed all the reports about him. He had never seen Jesus. He had never witnessed any of the Lord's miracles, but he only knew the testimonies people were sharing, and hearing them, he had a strong belief that Jesus of Nazareth is the Messiah. He believed him without seeing. The second aspect is that Bartimaeus acknowledged his need. Bartimaeus was a man with great need. He had been blind for years, maybe for life, with no hope of ever seeing. The only places he could go were the places where the people led him. He was doomed to live in total darkness, never to see anything as long as he lived. He knew that he could never be normal, never fit in, and never be fully accepted by normal people. But in spite of his condition, when he heard that Jesus was near him, he instantly began shouting to attract Jesus, making as much noise as possible. That shows his desperation to get sight. So Bartimaeus acknowledged his need and he confessed it publicly. The third aspect is that his eagerness to meet Jesus. Bartimaeus' persistence caused Jesus to stop and then told the crowd to call the man who was shouting. Immediately, Bartimaeus jumped up and threw away his mantle. Everything that might have slowed him down was out of the way, and he ran as fast as he could towards Jesus. Bartimaeus did not want anything to hinder him from reaching Jesus as quickly as he could. In that way, he cast aside the hindrances, sprang to his feet, and rushed to the Lord. The emphasis is on his eagerness to reach Jesus, an eagerness that allowed nothing to prevent him. In conclusion, let us strive and pray that we have a faith and to acknowledge the need and be persistent in our prayers and have the eagerness to meet the Lord like that of Bartimaeus. Amen.